What's up, everybody? Welcome to Funky Uncles, episode, I think, 13, if I'm not mistaken. Glad you could join us. Hope everybody's safe, man. Hope everybody's safe. Had a good week. What's up, Stace? What's up, Ray Ray? How you doing? Y'all doing all right? Good, good. My man DR should be up shortly. Nevertheless, we're gonna discuss a few things tonight. I'm sure DR got something on the plate. So we'll see here shortly. But in the meantime, y'all come on in, join the conversation, leave a comment. Glad you could join us on this Friday night. Appreciate that, Stace. Yeah, that's you big dummy. That's my boy right there, old Fred. Fred didn't play that bullshit. Yeah. DR, what's up, man? It should be a good one tonight, bro. Let's keep building on this thing, you know what I mean? Let's see.
Yo, they always good to me, bro.
What's up, man?
What's good? Hat man.
Yeah, I see that, man. What's been going on with you besides work, brother?
Man, listen, just coming up with ideas, different ideas. Like, what's up, Stace? I see you. What's up, Molly Mall?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about getting back into my writing with my poetry and stuff like that. Just,
Okay.
I'm saying, coming up with some ideas and going back to the books, some stuff I had from before and digging into it. You know, I get musically motivated and the pen starts flowing, you know.
Hey, that's the creative side of you, brother. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with tapping into that. You know what I mean?
You know, got to do a
What's up,
little.
Molly Mall? Huh?
You got to do a little something every now and then.
Yeah, man, you got to keep it sharp, bro. You got to keep it sharp. Yeah, I got back into barbering, cutting hair, man. So
Okay.
it's something I love to do. It's the creative side of me, you know. So it don't seem like work. Let me put it like that.
Right.
Yeah, it don't seem like work. So yeah, man. What's on your mind, brother? Let's put it on the table, man.
Well, you know, I already did the promos and all that. I'm trying to get some people to come in and chime in. We have some good topics tonight. Well, we always have
Mm-hmm.
topics, but we want people to come in and give us their opinions. You know, some people even jump on. Those of you that are watching now, we got some things we want to talk about. So we gonna jump right in.
Yeah. Leave a comment during the show if you got a topic you want us to speak on, you know, or bring up.
We
That
got
way
you.
everybody we keep the engagement up and you know, keep building, man.
No doubt.
Mm.
What's up, Pop? My Pops is on. Pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Pop? What's happening, man? Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yay.
today we starting with the effects of social media in today's dating.
Mm.
You know,
Yes, indeed.
it's changed. It's really changed the game. In some ways good, in some ways bad. And with a lot of people, I don't think they understand that there's that balance. Like I talked about on my post the other day, there's that balance because now you're not just stuck with what's in your surrounding. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
get out there and
Globally, I mean, if you can, globally, it reaches the masses, bro.
right, your
Yeah.
options are astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you know, it's the same thing as if you meet a guy a woman, if she meets a guy in the grocery store, a guy meets a girl in church. Doesn't matter where you meet them. Who they are is who they are.
Right.
You know.
And yeah, and I tell you what else social media has done.
Mm-hmm.
It has really exposed a lot of the true things that's actually happening. You know what I mean? Like as far as the underground stuff and, you know, things we had no idea about. So all that's sort of not Pandora's box, but we exposed to a lot more than we were, say, our generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, as
And we
far as, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. I was just saying we get to experience it now.
Right. And when it comes to dating, like you say, it presents more options. So how do we know what's authentic And, you know, see what I'm saying? Because back in the
Yeah,
day, like you said, you meet a young lady at church or somewhere, maybe school, there was some authenticity there. But with
right.
social media involved now, it's kind of hard to distinguish that or see that sometimes. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes the vibe seems authentic and it's plastic flowers, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it's harder to keep up with what's going on because people have lives, but with social media, you don't know who knows whom. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know whom. You know, you got people who say, who are quick to jump on your friends list or whatever, and it's just it opens up a bigger door for snakes. But you know, it once again, it's the balance. Let's say you meet somebody, it may not be it may not start out dating. It may start out networking. It may start out in a group, you know. But
Right.
also, if you look at it with a wide scope, you can see the different mindsets that are out there. Now, a lot of times people will argue because it's not them. You know, it'll say, oh, well, you know, guys will say women do this, women will say guys do that. And there's always going to be people who push back. But at the same time, you have
Mhm.
to realize these people aren't just saying that for no reason.
Right.
You know, it's because that mind,
Yeah. Exactly.
you know, a lot of guys
Mm-hmm.
talk about not taking women, you know, women say, well, why guys don't take them out? Because it's a lot of your sisters that are out there that just want a free meal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you hear about it. It's all on social media, man. Cases of dudes taking chicks out and spending a lot of money, and she still be icing them. Like really.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo. So you can't really blame the young cats for you know, having the mentality they have. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because from what I see, from what I observe, them young cats ain't doing it, man. The
yeah.
most, it's some of them that's simping out, but for the most part, them young brothers like, nah, look, we learned from the older generation. We ain't going through that with what we went through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, part of that
And
comes
I applaud them for it. You know?
the popularity yearning of social media, you know, just doing things
Mhm.
for likes, doing things for on IG for the hearts, doing, you know, you're not doing it because it's really you're doing it for another reason, for the attention.
There we go.
And once you, if that's your main motive, if that's your MO, you know, you're going to miss out on a lot of good things because some people, their heart isn't about the attention. It's about the intention.
Right.
So
And I mean, let's be honest, man. Most dudes that got some substance about themselves, they wouldn't want to see their old lady exposed like that. You know what I mean?
right.
Let's be honest, man. If you're a man of character and, got some gumption about you, you don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? It'd be hard for, you know, you to take her serious. Let me put it like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more that with social media, it's about the likes and you can get paid for it.
Ooh, yeah.
That adds
Yeah.
a whole nother level of difficulty in trying to get to know, because with us being visual beings,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard
Yes.
for us
Yeah.
to say, you know what, I'm gonna try to holler at her, but she has a 600,000 followers or the whole 5,000 friends on Facebook, and she's not paying you any attention. All she wants is she wants you to like everything
Right.
post, or you know what I'm saying, or she want to get
Right.
fans, try to get get paid, or come on, man. It,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
just guys that's doing, you know what I'm saying, making these mistakes. We going hand in hand in this, but we're the ones getting pointed out because for a woman to get paid just from, walking around in a bikini or, something skimpy or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, girl, get that bag, get them coins. You know,
Now level up, get the bag. What else?
that's what you're going
Some more terms. Huh?
that's what you're going to hear though. They going to get the,
Yeah.
because it's more about this right here. The
Yeah.
guys are yada yada yada. If you're replacing the 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 purpose of being one in one with getting something that's infinite, and the number because with money you don't just go shoot for a number. You just going for as much as you can get, and that number is infinite. You losing out on the purpose. Just thought. Just
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. For for those that still desire to be like that, and I would add as well. And if you do desire to be like that, just vet properly. Don't rush into anything blind, or or the old saying, haste make waste. So
yeah.
you know, yeah, so what I mean.
The empty wagon make a lot of noise, and that's all they doing is making noise, but they ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing there. You worry more about what you got on your body than what you got up here.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you this question as well,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just from observational reality.
Mm-hmm.
Social media has, changed as far as traditionalism. Now you have your modern woman, and you got more traditional men than traditional women, from what I've seen. You know what I mean? And
break that down a little more. Break that down.
Because traditional, man, like we grew up, we saw our pops grow up. They go to work, come home, take care of the family.
Right.
Yeah, they may go out, hang out a little bit, drink a little something, but their main purpose was to provide and protect.
Right.
But nowadays, women still want that, but they want to be living in modern times. Strong, independent, don't need a man, but they still want the traditional outcomes.
Gotcha.
And you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. So if somebody want to, try to set me straight, I mean, just from observation, you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying, and
Mm-hmm.
to add on to that, it goes to the thought of having a blueprint. You understand that if you have a architect, which the architect has already laid out the blueprint long before we came along. You understand? You want to change certain things in order to fit what you want, but you may not understand, because in order for you to change something, you got to take something away. You're going to take something away. What you take away may be the most important building block on that foundation, but you're doing it for aesthetic value. You're going for how it looks, but not understanding the true value and strength of what you're taking away. That's what you're saying. And for those out there that's like, okay, here he goes with this craziness again. Let me say it like this.
Yeah, you cooking, bro. Go ahead.
Let me say it like this. Okay, now, as the family, the black family, as it came along before we came along, before us, we had things like church, dinner at grandma's house. We had family gatherings. We had we went to certain meetings, and as the generations came along, they didn't see the importance of that. Hence,
we had more of a community,
and those things help the community together. But when you don't understand the purpose, is not of the right now. It's not of the we as in just me. It's as the we as a community as a whole.
Right.
But when it comes to the relationship, when you say, oh, well, I don't, you don't have to take care of me. It's not about having to take care of you, but it's about being able to, and you being appreciative of it.
Yeah. And both parties have a duty, because it's work.
Jobs.
Yeah. It's work.
Talk about the clock in job. I'm not talking about that because everybody's focused on the money. You understand? We had relatives that came up with little or nothing and made do, but the time they spent together was more valuable than 10 years pay.
Yeah. A lot more togetherness, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And I get it, things change, things transcend. However, to keep, for those of us that want to, or, want to continue building, you got to have that. That's definitely necessary, brother, But, hey, we shall see, man. Let's see. We got any? Can you see any comments from that side, or anybody
No comments, just
left
let
anything?
everybody looking. They're not gonna say much just yet, but it's all right.
Right.
All right, we gonna keep.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We gonna keep going. I thought about something. Let's see. What was it? Hey, this is what I want to switch gears for a second
I,
and just ask you. I know you heard about the Brian Flores situation, man.
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
I couldn't help it, man.
I knew
I couldn't help it.
we get in.
I want to,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, give me your thoughts, man.
uh,
I mean, this brother's suing 3 teams, and oh man,
but basically, how I see it, like just bottom line, I think they've been doing that with to change the narrative, to make sure the narrative stays where they want it. Now, to those who may not understand what we're talking about, Brian Flores is a black coach. He coached the Dolphins and been brought to light that the owner or the GM or somebody wanted him to lose games.
right, right.
But they're not pushing that. I don't know. I can't say, but I don't think they're pushing that
But
narrative
look,
to
the
other non-black coaches. And what that does ultimately is that they're gonna at some point they're gonna say, well, black coaches have such and such a winning percentage.
now, yeah, and along with the Rooney Rule, and I never was. I mean, I knew it was there, but they went by the Rooney Rule a little more by the book early on. But now it's, I think coaching has changed just like football has changed.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's only one black head coach, and Mike Tomlin, your boy, Mike T,
Holding it down.
in the league. You see what I'm saying? So, and it's been prevalent a long time. Let's face it. Let's be honest.
You see what they did to Art Shell? Art's a winning coach, and they get
right, man. And I think it's just raising his head now.
it's been
it's being exposed.
Yeah, we going right back into social media. You know what I'm
there
saying?
We go.
There are things that you cannot hide, because now with social media, no matter what, you blow your nose loud, you trip over something, no matter what it is, somebody has a chance to catch you. So when they get to like what's my man named Donald Sterling and who are showing their good old boy mentality, and it's just not gonna fly like it used to, because nowadays the leagues aren't going for that type of BS. They're not trying to be shamed. These are billion-dollar industries, and the last thing they want to do is take it from a couple billion to a couple hundred million. That's their purpose, to continue to build on it and add more money to the pot for them. Like the dude said in that movie, National Champions. These players aren't getting paid, in college. But look at what these coaches in these schools are getting. So you look at the NBA players, they are rich, but it's somebody paying them that's wealthy.
Oh, yeah, man. Come on. Them owners got it, man.
Yeah.
Them owners got it. Well, it's going to be, and from what I understand, he still has a chance to become a head coach. I think the Texans are looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, the NFL says it's an investigation. I don't know. Maybe it is, of course, for PR purposes.
Yeah,
they're going to tell you that. But yeah.
They got to say.
So we'll see, man. Yeah, we'll see. I thought that was just interesting. The 3 teams, the brothers suing for a class action lawsuit. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And Jerry Jones, this is Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones even admitted, like, hey, it's a problem. And, it's been a problem. So I can't one of the many times I agree with Jerry.
Hey, even a stop clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Jerry says it's a problem, man. Absolutely. Shoot. Let's see what else is on the table, man.
We're gonna jump right back into what we were talking about, and we're gonna a topic that you brought up. You're saying about nice guys finishing last.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
I think.
if you in these Facebook groups and you just sit back and read, you know, you'll see some people, some guys even like, oh, ain't nobody worrying about this, bruh. You have to understand, not everybody has that same character. Not everybody, like a lot of people find it hard to believe. I was an introvert. Unless I knew you, when I was coming up, I was an introvert. So
Hmm.
I could be around you and you wouldn't even know. I was just hiding,
Right.
you know, but I hear
Just basically play the background, you know.
background because I wasn't outgoing like that. And
Hmm.
a lot of these guys who, you know, who would appreciate having someone there with them a lot more than the more popular people. You know what I'm saying? They're overlooked, the nice guys. But
Hmm.
here is here's the rub, as old Shakespeare would say. Those are the guys, they may finish last in the beginning, but that's during the sprint. But when that marathon comes, when you hit them
Right.
40s and them 50s, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes, sir. It's a different story then.
Commodity.
Hmm.
Commodity then. And then it's friend of mine, I'm not even gonna mention any names this time. Friend of mine said, you know, a lot of times women hit their 40s, and if they're not happily married, they hit that hump, they hit that hill. You know,
That wall.
they hit a brick, a mountainous wall
Hmm.
where they're not.
Yeah.
The body's not the same. You know, the mentality is definitely not the same because of all
Hmm.
they've gone through. You know, so now
Right.
that same guy that was a chump, a L7 square, or you know what I'm saying, a lame or whatever you wanted to call him back then.
You
Now,
looking pretty good now.
yeah, he looking like a steak dinner with all the fixings.
Yes, indeed. I see that a lot, man. It's all on social media, bro. And I love it, man, because I I think ain't no think about it. Biology gives us a longer window as far as men.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we age, but we don't age like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and
Stacy,
increases as we get older.
yeah, yeah,
It,
yeah, absolutely. Stacy got a question, man, real quick. She said, "Do you guys think Whoopi Goldberg getting suspended for
to,
2 weeks? My opinion, I think they're singling her out on purpose."
to
What happened? I'm not really up on that. I mean,
I
she said, "What'd she say?"
be honest.
You know, I don't. What did she say, Stace? I don't know.
Yeah, what happened? I
Right? Because I
happened.
mean, I see it, but I don't really listen to a lot of women talk like that, man. You know, I don't know because they ain't. She ain't talking about nothing to me.
Yeah,
That's just to me, man.
like the view, it seems
So,
like they're just cackling. You know,
yeah, I don't really keep up with that kind of, you
it's
know.
not it's not on my avenue. It's not on my street. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't know. You know, I saw it, but I didn't look into it. I'm
Yeah.
like, Whoopi Goldberg, I ain't looking at that shit, man. You know, so you got to fill us in, Stace. We don't know.
Yeah, because if it
You
gets
know?
bigger to the point where we have to take notice, of course we will. But you know, sometimes
Right.
it isn't as big as we like to. You know,
Right. I don't know. That's just me now. Some guys, maybe, you know, she said
oh,
something about the Jews being not being racist. Oh shit! In this society, let me tell you, you want to know who rules over you? Try to ridicule them or put them down or say something bad about
yeah, and they'll
them.
find out who's above you on the social.
Right. So if she says something about Jews not being racist, man, it's 2022. Whoever believed they're not in the Holocaust, oh man, nah, I know I ain't. Yeah,
That,
she talking about the Holocaust. Oh man,
what
yeah, they going.
he follows
She gonna have to.
faith, but the I'm going to just say it, the fake Jews. I'm
Mm-hmm.
come out and say it.
Mm-hmm.
He follows.
Right.
Those are not the real Jews. And if for anybody that has read the book, you understand, and you read and understand, you'll see that
Preach.
Jewish in the book
Preach.
is not a religion. It is a race. And there's no way in the world that a
Mm-hmm.
black, Asian, or whatever can be a Jew, like they say today, just by
Nah.
claiming a certain sect. You are a race from birth, and you are will be that same race when you die. And that
And
they spoke of in the book.
yep,
That
pretty much.
that's just how it is.
And if she said something, she should know, man. She been in Hollywood long enough to know. I mean, I get it, I really do.
Hmm.
But she know if you go there, they gonna make you bend the knee, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna make you bend that knee, and you hit it on point. It's in the book, so
yeah,
you know. I don't want to peel back them layers tonight because I'm in a different energy, but it's a good point that you brought up. Absolutely. She said, "Imagine making $8 million and suspended for speaking." That's the society we live in.
right.
You know, I get it.
That
You
risk,
know, I
do you
get it.
feel comfortable enough to take that risk? Do you feel strong enough about your beliefs to take that?
Hmm.
At some,
Stand in your convictions, bro.
you have to stand up.
Look like at my man, Coach Flores.
Hmm.
He filed a class action lawsuit. Teams probably don't want to touch him. You know what I'm saying? Teams probably don't want to touch him, but he stood on it. You know,
Yeah,
he stood on his square. You know, I respect it. I do.
most definitely.
Yeah, I do. Having the
It
cojones to do that.
be brought up.
You know,
You can't
but
the problem just continue as you can't let a wound continue to fester and then just overlook it, you know,
hmm
because it's not going to get any better just by overlooking it. It's going to get worse. And that's what happened.
right.
Out these same hiring practices over time, you know, they with the black quarterback, because we were allowed to play any position other than quarterback with the black
Yeah,
sprinkled when oh man, my man came in with Tampa Bay. Oh well, we just not gonna give him a good team. You got one now, so you need to hush. You know,
Doug Williams.
yeah, with Doug. Then
Yeah,
Warren Moon came on.
yeah,
We give you a decent team, but you know we're really not gonna focus on the defense too tough. We're gonna focus on
right.
so you get
Yeah.
you're not gonna get any wins. Okay.
hmm
Here we go, Randall Cunningham, because I believe he was the next starter after the next starter on this line. We're not gonna give you any run game. We're not gonna give you any really good receivers. Well, we're gonna give you a defense out of this world.
Make it happen, Randall.
Make it
And
Randall.
right.
What's my man
But if you
Vince
do
Edwards?
that, oh yeah,
Vince
yeah.
career.
Vince, man. Yeah, Vince ain't had no help, man. You know,
Oh, man,
he was running for his life, man.
yeah.
Running for his life.
So
He was
yeah,
there.
with Whoopi, she's gonna have to understand, even though she's on the side saying that they are not racist, you have to realize in today's time, in the age of Aquarius, there's a lot of information that says different.
Right. Yeah. You just have to do the research, you know. We're in the age of information and it's out there. So I encourage everybody to do your own research.
What's up, John?
Google it,
And
you know.
229. Yeah, it's at
What's up, my man?
we can't bury our heads in the sand and say
Mm-mm.
that none of these problems are not problems, and
Right.
they've gone on long enough. These are not things. These are not things that have just started. None of this
Right.
that just started. These have been here for a long time, and as we see, just letting them sit and fester isn't changing anything.
Right. Right. Absolutely, man. And you know, just and let me add this. And it's not about hate, no heat, no judgment, but it's about being aware, bro. You know, bringing awareness to it, you know. Awareness against the propaganda. You know what I mean? Awareness against all the old narratives and old tropes, you know. Having the conversation and moving the conversation forward from plantation politics and the color purple shit. Let's move that shit forward, man.
Right.
You know, yeah, that did happen and whatever. Let's move it forward.
Yeah, let's move. Let's not forget it, and let's make
Right,
sure we don't
right,
fall back into it, because
right.
even it's a new language. We're still
hmm
talking the same mess.
Right. We still can have the conversation now. You know, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. But let's see, who was that? What's up, Flex Cage? Okay. Stacy said, I agree 100% with both you guys. That's what's up, Stace. Yeah, you got it's all about self-awareness. It's 2022, bro.
No doubt, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now this is going to be a good one. The interactions part of the segment, where we
Okay.
about the interactions between men and women, especially the interactions and expectations between Black men and women in 2022. Now we can break it down to different demographics, but at the same time, either way, there once again it's a problem that needs a solution. Here we go with problems and solutions.
Okay.
So
How do you
lead us off prayer here.
I'm just, where do you see interactions today between, Black men and Black women?
Socializing in general has taken a few steps back, going back to our initial topic, social media. Because nowadays the ability to hold a conversation is not the same as it was before. Because
Forget about it.
a couple sentences and let you sit do for a minute,
Right.
then I'll get back to you. So the ability to converse is not the same. So
Right.
the expectations of some, like let's say once I was talking to a girl in the mess or whatever. I'll just, back and forth on the conversation, and she got upset. And I'm like, what you upset about? Because you didn't ask me for my number. Whoa. I'm dead serious.
Hey, there you see what social media has done is expose the entitlement of most women.
Right.
Most women are so entitled, man, they can't take rejection.
And it's not even being rejected. It's just you enjoying the conversation. If you want to continue the conversation on the phone, what's the problem with you saying it?
Come on now. Like you say, conversation is a lost art, bro.
Right. So what are the expectations that we're supposed to just flat out know?
In 2022?
Yeah.
That we supposed to know?
We're supposed they're not going to not because there are expectations that when it goes along with that entitlement that you already mentioned, there are expectations that men should already know. Even once again, we're gonna flip it to both sides. On both sides feel that there's something the other side should already know, but without the conversation, without the art of conversation, without paying attention, without the self-centeredness, a lot of that is lost. And being popular, getting all the likes, be it you a guy or a gal, you get all the likes. You don't feel you should work. That's your expectation. The work is supposed to be put in on the other end. Attractive or the more popular, it's almost like you're back in high school. The more attractive or more popular, the less you have to work. The more the other people have to work because now you are the prize. And in the order that we spoke on earlier, you know what I'm saying? The man is older is the prize. But now you have, because they still, hey, look at her. She's 52. She's banging. Oh, now she's the prize. Is she?
Let me tell you, and I've heard, men as we get older, we do increase our value.
Right. Breaking up there.
We as men, the older we get, most men, if you work on yourselves and build yourself, you can get you a 20, if you 60, you can get you a 40, 45-year-old. Not many women that's 65 can get a 25-year-old dude. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. So
yeah.
Now some older women, she got to have some money if she get a younger dude. But for the most part, men, if they built themselves up and got that paper straight, they can get them a younger girl, man. And that's been happening ever since the beginning of time. Parker Transport, what's up?
What's
But I
good with you?
and
Thank-
we men get a lot of pushback on that though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I see men get a lot of pushback on that. I'm like, wait a minute. When women were younger, they used to like older dudes, you know. For the most part, if you 16 or 17, you wasn't getting too many girls, you know. You had to be playing ball or, you know, had a little bread on you, and you had to been that dude. But for the most part, when you're in high school, most guys ain't really getting girls like that, you know. So it kind of go both ways.
yeah.
Like I said, we got that longevity on us, man. You know, we got that. We in a marathon.
So as communication, just chilling, man. Just chilling. In the line of communication, there is I don't know whether it's the listening, hearing. Don't hear. Are you back on now? Okay. You heard what I said? Did you hear me?
Parker train. Man, you were breaking up, man. We had a pause in the live. I couldn't quite hear you, bro.
Okay. I was talking about the communication, the lack
Mm-hmm.
of communication. And once again, we can go back to the social media, or it could be something that started before social media. But at the same time, I was saying you have everybody that wants to be heard, but nobody wants to hear. You can hear, and even out of those that hear, they don't want to listen, because the solution to the problem between men and women, between brother and brother, between sister and sister, because there's a lot of women out here that say, I don't deal with females. You don't deal with females, but then you come right around and say that it's that the man is the problem. But if you're having a problem with females, what makes you think we won't have a problem with females? So once again, the solution is right there within the problem. But if you're not listening, you can hear me, but if you're not listening, you're going to miss it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because my humble opinion is it's more than just about you. If you're talking about a relationship of any sorts, brotherhood, sisterhood, no matter what it is, it can't be all one person's way, because it's a friendship, not a dictatorship. And that's where so many people fall.
And you hit on some good points, man. You know, but the question I'd like to ask, going back to social media and dating,
Mm-hmm.
are you likely to find that in someone? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of rare that you get all those qualities on both sides, men and women. You know, because you're gonna have to work together eventually. So,
I think social
are
media.
people really are people really looking for that right now? Is my question. As far as
Thanks.
you know what I mean? Right.
I really do think social media increases that chance, because let's say, like, we come from a small town, and if
Mm-hmm.
you have a different mentality, trust me, I know, um you're not seen as, that guy, even though you may have all the qualities that a woman is looking for. There's certain things that you do that they're going to look at you still, even at our age. They still on high school mentality. Now, once you get out somewhere else, or let's say that, like I'm in Walterboro, but it could be somebody in St. George. It could be somebody in Somerton. But you see what I'm saying? There's
Mm-hmm.
another
Right.
another outcast, but you have a better chance of finding that person due to social media than you would if you just went the traditional route that we had to go through when we were in our 20s.
Absolutely. Yeah, technology has changed the game.
And
You know.
it has its advantages and disadvantages, all just like everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Yeah.
we could take advantage of the advantages, we can definitely move forward in lots of different ways. But more than anything else, we have to get rid of the selfishness and stop being so self-centered, because it's not all
Right.
you. You have to work together in a marriage, in a relationship. Like I said, any type of relationship, if you can't work together, you're doomed to fail.
Yeah. You're right, man. In any like even a sports relationship, you got to still,
If it's a team,
real shit.
everybody can't be out for self. I mean, look at, make me say it,
Right.
Lakers. You know what I'm saying? You got
Look.
Westbrook, and you got, you know what I'm saying, AD, and you
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
They number.
Bro.
You got all this talent, and you're not even, you got all these teams above you. How? How?
I don't think the Lakers can play this way their way out of this one, man. I saw them play the other night and I was like, wait a minute. Hold up now. They got all this talent. LeBron, he getting hurt a lot more. He getting older.
Undefeated.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that comes with time, man. And I ain't I don't hope the brother get injured or nothing, but when it starts to be reoccurring and back to back like that, you kind of know, well, hey.
And I left out unlimited clip Mello. that joke has unlimited clip.
Hey, Melo gonna pull it, man. But he's always been offensive oriented.
Yeah,
He
and I
gonna pull it.
like
Yeah,
said that about him. Defense.
yeah,
No, I'm shout out my brother, because he is Hebrew Israelite, but at the same time, I'm calling him
yeah.
it don't matter who.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. What about your boy though in Atlanta? Ice traded game.
Ice Trey, yeah,
Yeah, man.
need to work on he has worked on his defense. I give him that. He's not going to be a great
Hmm.
defender. You got to come to grips with that. But he
Yeah,
passing lanes. He'll do his best to stay in front. You need to chill out with all the turnovers sometime, but he knows that he's the engine that runs the machine.
right, right. I mean, you got a lot of guards bigger than him, so they're gonna try to
Oh, they're gonna try.
force him down low. Yeah, they're gonna try to put it on him, but he hold his ground, man. I seen him play Phoenix the other night, man, and
Yeah. Oh,
him and Chris Paul was back and forth. CP3, man, you got to give it up to him. He's still doing it.
but he killed. Well, whoever was guarding him against when they played Phoenix, they don't deserve their whole check. The dude dropped 40 something on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he dropped 43. Yeah, he damn sure did.
Check them.
Stacy said, I have a feeling LeBron might retire in 2 years. I give him 2 solid years.
How long
2 more solid years.
before Bronny can be drafted? I think that's gonna determine it. I still think that.
I think he's a senior this year. I don't know if he's going to college now.
Or he can go overseas or what have you.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he got other options.
he can come back and be available. And whatever team that LeBum is on, then that's the team that's going to draft him. They're going to make sure they play for a year. Then he's going to say adios and be like, peace, dude. You ruined the game that I love, but go ahead. I appreciate you.
What'd you call him, LeBum?
I mean, I'm not impressed. I mean, I understand he's an athletic. He's talented.
Yeah, yeah.
Many 6'8" small forwards have I seen
Yeah.
dunk the ball with one hand in my lifetime. I'm not impressed. I've seen no look passes.
So you're not impressed with an old LeBron? What about a young LeBron now?
Definitely wasn't impressed.
Come on, bro.
No.
A young LeBron?
Phantom calls. Anytime. I told you how I am about that. If I got to play by the rules, why do you not have to play by the rules, especially if they're going to boost you and boast you up to be so good? If you can get the ball and take 8 steps and they're going to say, oh, he's the greatest. Well, let everybody take 8 steps and see what you say.
LeBum been getting them superstar calls, man.
Exactly. But that doesn't make you better. That just makes you more popular.
Okay, what about when it comes to numbers, stats?
Like I said, it's hard. Okay, let's take this as an example. Most guys drive to the lane. It's a 50-50 thing whether the ref makes the call or not. Somebody like him drives the lane. Tweet. You don't think that increases his scoring? You don't think that increases his rebound?
Oh yeah.
Because guys know that 9 times out of 10, if there's any type of collision, whether they're in the right or in the wrong, who's gonna get the call?
Yeah, he gonna get that call, man.
And he's not gonna get in foul trouble, so he's not gonna have to ride the pine like other people. So, like you said, when it comes to numbers and you played that long, all that accumulates. And I'm not impressed. I'm more impressed with somebody, as the term goes, that had to get it from the mud, that had to scrap for every point, who wasn't all the superstar calls every game. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter.
Like who, for example? Give me an example.
Let's see who got down and dirty. Well, from this era or the other era, because it's like the majority of cats from the other era, other than Jordan, that got it out the mud. You get
right from our era, like from when our NBA.
Carolina. Let's say Alex English. You know what I'm saying? Got it out the mud.
He never won a ring though. I mean, he was good.
He scored.
So Timmy.
No, you see, that's a team accomplishment though. Every player would love to get a ring, but you can't base a career off a ring. You can't, especially like when people like to compare two players, because you got cats like Luke Longley that has more rings than Patrick Ewing. And
but Luke is a power forward. Patrick is a center. So
center. Luke Longley was a center for the Bulls. He was one of the three. Bill Winnington. Them boys have more rings than Patrick Ewing. And if you
in that regard, he does have more rings than Patrick. That don't make him better. I see what you're saying.
And he was a starter. It wasn't like you could say, "Oh, he came off the bench." No, dude started. You can tell me you would take Tayshaun Prince over Dominique Wilkins?
Hell no.
Tayshaun has a ring.
Yeah, but I still take Dominique, man.
I'm saying I can't put that ring in there because put that ring in there.
But so how do you measure it, bro?
I measure it with the eye test. I measure it first.
Or magnitude on the game, influence on the game, or
game. And you can throw numbers in there from time to time because certain players were just that transcendent. What's up, Sim?
What's up, Sim? Stacy said Bill Laimbeer.
Bill power forward to tell me he was better than you. Take Bill Laimbeer over a lot of power forward over. You know what I'm saying? He has two.
That's what I'm saying. He got a ring.
He got two of them. I'm sure there's. Would you take Bill Laimbeer over Buck Williams?
No. Hell no.
You see what I'm saying? You see? So I can't use that ring argument. It doesn't fit because every time.
What up, Jay Smalls?
You want to change the narrative when somebody brings up the point.
Right.
Go ahead, Mr. Monkey Uncle.
Simmy, what's up, bro? What's going on, man?
What's good? I caught the tail end of it. What was said?
Go ahead.
First, I was talking about LeBum and how I'm not impressed because I've seen it all before. I mean, I understand for cats that came up behind me and may have looked at the game but weren't watching the game, because, when you look at it different, you look at the game different when you're 8 and as opposed to when you're 18, and when you're 18 different than when you're 28. So,
different era, man. Totally different era.
A different mindset of how you watch the game, how you see the game, So like I said, I've seen one-handed dunks from 6'7", 6'8" small forwards. I've seen that. It's not impressive. And they say, "Oh, look at the dunk he did." Man, I've seen that, bro. How many times?
That's a good point. You said looking at the game versus watching the game.
Right. We didn't don't understand the game as much. It's easy for you to get points when you only go to the bench when you want to. You ain't scoring no points in foul trouble. No rebounds, no steals. You're not changing anything.
Yeah.
They put Rodman on that bench in a heartbeat, though. No, bro, you get over there. We tired of you. Get on over there.
Yeah.
Go, Angie.
Okay.
So, Sim, what you think about your Knicks, man? How they looking, bro?
Dude, man, I'm just waiting on the 10th. It's time for some changes, man.
Trade deadline. That's right.
Yeah.
What you want them to do? I mean,
We need a
going into
point
the
guard.
second half of the season,
We need a point guard.
Kimber ain't getting it done, man.
Uh,
Damn.
nah. He's not that dude, man.
Is Rose
Mm.
Huh?
is Rose still hurt?
Yeah, he's rehabbing now. He's coming back. That's part of our issues also. But
Mm.
yeah, we sorely need a point guard, man.
Hey, trade for Westbrook, man.
Yeah, please do. We need y'all to fall below us in the standings.
Look here, that dude, man.
Man.
Jeez, man. I was surprised after LeBron and AD's contract. I was surprised you guys had room for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't I think that was strictly on LeBron right there, right?
Yeah.
LeBron wanted him?
And he wanted a Machine Gun Mello too. I'm just saying. His draft was it? Isn't that his draft? Wait, did it come out the same year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand LeBron needing Melo because Melo's a shooter. And you are a Laker fan, aren't you? D?
No.
No.
Hawks.
I like the Charlotte. I like LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, look, he slipped past us also.
Mm-hmm.
Melo would have really set us up for the future.
Bruh, I like that kid, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's dynamic.
Yeah.
Eyes all around his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
that too.
Oh man, come on, not now.
Now everybody freezing. Did I freeze yet?
No,
Yeah, I think so, man.
Everybody freezes. Don't. Okay.
Damn.
well, the thing with the Lakers was, and I felt, and if P was here, P is one of the biggest Laker fans I know.
Prime would break it down. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I felt that they were better when they had Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram with LeBron, and all it was just go out and get a couple of shooters,
Right.
and that would have set them up there. But you know, Prime would also tell you, well, they did end up getting a championship with AD, so can't really say it was a total.
Right.
It was a bum move, but I just think at the state they're in now, you know, and AD's injury history.
Mr. Glass.
No, right.
Yeah. Exactly. Mr. Glass.
But I
for real, man.
better keeping those younger pieces because maybe they didn't win that first year, that second year, but look at where they'd be right now. You know,
absolutely.
Everything wouldn't be on LeBron. You know,
right? Yeah. He'd have a lot more help.
He'd have a lot more help. He wouldn't have to do as much. He could save himself for the end of the game, you know, without having to do as much in the middle of the game to keep them in it.
Wasn't your boy Julius Randle with them too, right?
Right. What's up?
He was
me, Des.
Yeah.
Jay Randall. They gave up on them guys too quick, man.
Yeah, D-Lo, Jay Randall. Well, didn't they have Clarkson? What, Clarkson?
Jordan Clarkson. Yeah.
They had a squad. They were just young. They wanted a quick fix as opposed to having something that could, you know what I'm saying, go long term. Even after they break the team up, they could still have 2 or 3 core pieces, if not more, to keep the winning tradition going. But after this falls off, they're gonna have a lot of money, but not as much talent.
Well, he'll also tell you LeBum, he always makes a team older. Once he gets there, he'll totally transform and re-gut a team,
Mm.
and by the time he leaves, I mean they're all gone.
Oh.
He has to, and that's the biggest argument I always had with all of these LeBron fans. They would always talk about how great he is, but I'm like, if you're the greatest player on the planet, why do you always need to play with superstars?
Right.
Why do you have to do that?
Because
If you're that,
it's
right.
mentality. It's today's mentality.
Right.
It's okay to be buddy, yada yada yada. And we old school. We talking about, because I tell them, in my opinion, in order to be the best, you beat the best, but you don't join the best to beat the rest.
nope.
You know, the level of competition, the competitive spirit isn't the same.
Right.
Nah.
If you the best dude on the court, I want to go against you. I want to go against you.
Yeah.
And you going
I want to see where I'm at. Right.
Give me both barrels. You know, that's
For
just
sure.
spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, LeBron, he's talented, but
Right.
you know, I just don't.
I'm just not impressed.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed, man.
He's more of a to me. You know, instead of comparing him to Jordan, you should compare him to Magic. He's a more athletic Magic Johnson to me than a Michael Jordan.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
right? You know, because he's more of he's a facilitator. You know,
right.
He can dunk it, he can score, but he's more of a facilitator. He like to get the team involved, and that's more along
aggressive than Magic.
Yeah.
Because he's more likely to, you know, at least take it to the basket. Magic can score, but he, you know what I'm saying, he has all these players around. He's looking, okay, somebody's gonna make this move, you know.
Right. He facilitator, man.
Right.
So yeah. Damn, Sim left. Oh man, my battery dying, bro.
Okay.
Shit.
Right. So we at the end of the show, y'all. Next week. Week. Why women kick the fathers out of the kids' life, and a couple other topics. Stacey, we got you on that one. Okay, we're gonna hit that up next show. Glad everybody joined in, watch the show, and we'll see you again next week. Peace.
Peace. Appreciate you, funky uncles. We building. Yes, sir.
Episode 14.
Yeah, 14.
14. We ain't even in
All right.
episode 14. Y'all.
Peace, bro.